Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso.
Extreme situations require extreme measures.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Cobra Karate. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today is a very, very, very special video because today is the Karate Kid 38th anniversary. And I want to do a video. I've been wanting a video for some. I wanted somebody to make this video for a long time, and no one has really made a proper video of this topic. So I thought I would do it because it's something I really agree with. So as you guys know, there's a huge video out of about 14 million views called Why Daniel is the Real Bully. This came up before Cobra Kai, and it's a really popular video. And I saw Karate Kid in 2020, fell in love with it, and I connected with Daniel so much. And after watching that, I was enraged. And there's people have had their opinions, but I don't think no one made a proper video of why Johnny is the real bully in Karate Kid. So I'm gonna make the proper video of why I think it is and why it is true, and why it's not really opinion, it's more of a fact. Sorry if I offended some of you Johnny fans, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, let's just talk about Daniel LaRusso. We all know Daniel LaRusso had a tough life. He grew up in New Jersey, and he was basically poor. He didn't have too much money. We know that his dad died at a very young age, and that must have been really tragic to him. And now his mom is moving all the way to a different state, away from his girlfriend, his friends, his home. And you have to understand, like, the biggest flaw with Daniel LaRusso is that he's a hothead, but he has a very, very good reason. So I just want to make that clear of how Daniel LaRusso's life is going very, very bad, especially at the time, and how angry and difficult it is for him moving away from New Jersey, going all the way to California, to a place that he'd never been to. So he moves to California, he's really upset, and then he gets to his apartment, and he meets this guy, Freddy Fernandez. Now, Freddy Fernandez seems like a nice guy, he seems cool, they talk, he says, come to the beach, he says, sure, why not, he's doing pretty good. And he's just being a nice guy all around, he gets the dog water, he's being nice to his mom, he's not upset about, the pool. His mom tells him to go to the maintenance man, Mr. Miyagi, to tell them about the water thing. He's listening. I mean, he's just being a nice, positive person from, how angry and just, how bad the situation is for him. So he's just being a nice guy, and I think that's one of the things that we need to understand, that Daniel LaRusso is still a nice guy. Alright, now let's talk about the beach. One of the most controversial thing in the whole rival. We're going to talk about the beach. So yeah, let's just talk about that. So Daniel LaRusso was invited to this beach. He's hanging out with his friends. Everything's doing good. And he sees a girl, Allie. Now, he does not know anything about Allie. All he knows that he's attracted to her, he has a crush on her, and there's nothing wrong with that. He has no idea who Johnny is, no idea who Cobra Kai is, no idea of any of that. He sees a girl that he likes, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So now we get to nighttime. We can see that Allie is kind of having a crush on Daniel LaRusso, also. And then, he makes his move. Everything's doing good. And then Johnny and the Cobra Kai start coming down on their motorcycles. Now, this is one thing that people say. People say when Allie kicked the volleyball or soccer ball away from Daniel LaRusso, that she was, not interested in him, trying to get him away. That is far from the truth. If that was the case, then she wouldn't really care for him in the future stuff, where she wants to sit by him, wants to go out with him, all this stuff. The reason why she did that was because she saw her crazy ex-boyfriend coming down with all the Cobra Kais, and she knows that he's a lunatic. She doesn't want him to get killed. Doesn't want Daniel LaRusso to get killed. Got a little angry there. I apologize. Moving on. He's going to get the soccer ball, and Daniel LaRusso's, he's just going to get soccer or whatnot. And here comes Johnny. He's coming down, and I want to say this, I want to clarify this. Johnny is not a bad guy. I'm not saying Johnny is a bad person. He was just been twisted by this other happened with his father, his family life, and also with Cobra Kai and John Kreese. I would say the villain of the story is John Kreese, and you could say Terry Silver and Cobra Kai in general. He is not a bad guy. But in the case of Daniel LaRusso and Johnny, who's the bully, Johnny is the bully, alright? And I'll talk more about that, so let's just keep continuing what happens. So Johnny wants to talk to Allie, he sees this new guy hanging out with her, he has his reasons, but just because he has a good reason does not mean that Daniel has bad reasons. So now all Daniel LaRusso sees is this really aggressive guy, just being aggressive toward this girl, and then We all know that Johnny should leave Allie alone. Allie is not interested. Johnny should leave her alone, but he doesn't. And I know it's an emotional time for him, but we all know that was the right thing to do. And then out of nowhere, he just breaks her radio. Was completely unnecessary, and I know he has aggressive, he was trained to be aggressive in Cobra Kai, and this is his emotional time, but that was not the right thing to do, and I think we all know that was not right. Now, Daniel comes in to try to help Allie, and I heard a lot of people say that he's doing this to, score points with Allie or whatnot. That is far from the truth. He just sees a girl, and he sees a guy, and he sees a guy being aggressive towards a girl, is getting aggressive, he's breaking the radio, and he just wants to help a person. He's not aggressive, he's just saying, come on, let's all be good. And then out of nowhere, he gives him the radio and pushes Daniel on the floor. Now, I know it's emotional time for Johnny, but that was completely unnecessary, and there could have been a better way to handle this. Now, Daniel should have just left it alone, try to get Allie out of there, but we have to understand, like we know, that he has a hothead, and that's the biggest problem with him. But he has multiple reasons why to be angry. I'm sure if it happened to me or really anyone, seeing this guy just thrown on the floor, just being really rude, I'm sure he would be pretty angry too. So yes, he does try to attack Johnny, which was the wrong thing to do, but as we know, that's Daniel LaRusso's story. He starts off aggressive, unbalanced, and as he finds Mr. Miyagi, if he gets balanced, he becomes a better person. And you can even see in Karate Kid Part 2 how much of a better person he is. Because this is a hero's story. So no, Daniel LaRusso is not perfect in the situation, but I believe he is still in the right. Now, Johnny is still pretty good. He's sort of just knocking him over. Some people say he's doing that because he doesn't want to attack him, and some people say he's doing it just sort of taunt him, try to make fun of him. I would say it's a little bit of balance of both. And then Johnny eventually just hurts him and beats him to the floor, which I guess he had his reasons. Danny was trying to attack him, but Daniel did have a reason too. So now he's hurt on the floor, he's embarrassed, and he's full of anger. Johnny walks over there to say, alright, did you have enough? And people have been saying, well, he was going to check on him. He was not going to check on him. He was saying you had enough, taunting him and embarrassing him in front of everyone. So enraged, Daniel comes up and sucker punches him in the face. Was the wrong thing to do, but he says, now we're even, come on, let's just settle this. But no, Johnny does not settle this. He continues to beat him to the floor and leave along, running over Allie's radio. And his bike is, just filling Daniel with sand, just being an absolute rude person all along. So now it's the next day. He's going to his first day of school, and, he sees Johnny with all the Cobras, and he's just ready to walk away because, come on, these people just attacked him. So, yeah. And notice how he doesn't want to get involved with this. He doesn't want to do anything. He just walks away from Johnny, not going to confront him, not telling the teacher, not telling his mom, not telling anyone, not snitching, just walking away, hoping this whole problem goes away. But then we get to the whole soccer thing, and he's there, and his friends just make fun of him, and saying, oh, all you know how to do is get beat up, and just leave him there all alone. The only person that's even nice to him at the whole school is Allie. Allie comes over there, she's being nice, and, he might fall in love with Allie even more, not only because she's the only really nice person to him, of course, he's attracted to her, and, all that. So as they're just playing soccer, what does Johnny and the Cobra Kais do? They think it would be funny to trip him, make fun of him, and just, attack him for no reason. Now, what did I say? Daniel did not do anything. He tried to get away. He tried to forget about the situation. But what does Johnny do? He keeps attacking him. He keeps pushing him more. Now, I know he has his reason. That's his ex-girlfriend. But he needs to move on because she's not interested in him, and she does not need to attack this kid just because, everything's not going his way. So then Bobby trips him, and then, yes, he punches him, which I know that was not the right thing to do. But like I said, he is full of anger. That's just how it is. And there's not a bad reason for that. He just has a lot of anger problems, and yeah. Then we get to the next scene. We see him at school getting food. Again, Allie goes up to him. She's talking. She's being nice. He finds out that Johnny is his ex-boyfriend. Is Allie's ex-boyfriend. And he goes, oh, great. Like, he knows this is probably a bad idea, but, he's in love, so what can you say? Now, the next scene is actually a little interesting because it is a deleted scene, but I'm still going to bring it up in this topic. Daniel just going down to eat, and in this deleted scene, which is not actually in the film, but it's deleted, but, it still sort of happened, and it's even canon to the universe because in Cobra Kai Season 2, they said it happened. Daniel just goes with Allie, they're sitting down, and then Johnny just puts a pie, and then Daniel sits on it, And, I guess it's just a prank, but then what he says to him, like, Johnny says, oh, I guess that's the only pair of clothes you have, basically making fun of him because he's poor. Now, that is just absolutely rude and messed up thing to do, and I don't even think Johnny has a reason to even say that. Completely rude and just completely messed up. And in this scene, Daniel does attack Johnny, which, again, I have to keep saying this, of course, he's a hothead, and after that, what he just said and what he just did, embarrassing from the whole school, he has an amazing reason, and I know it's still sort of the wrong thing, but it's still a pretty good reason why he did that. But I guess it is sort of a deleted scene, but it's still kind of canon to the universe, but let's just move on to the next scenes. So now Daniel LaRusso sees a karate dojo, Cobra Kai. He doesn't know anything about it. All he knows is that he wants to take karate. Why does he want to take karate? I'm sure he likes to do karate. Like we saw, like how we saw he did karate in the Y. I'm sure he wants to do karate. And another huge reason is because he wants to defend himself. He's getting bullied, messed up in school. This guy's been attacking him left and right. I'm sure he wants to take karate to defend himself. So he has a good reason to go there. So he walks in there, and it's like his only hope, He's there, it looks really cool, it's interesting. Then he sees Johnny, and Johnny just smiles at him, So now he can't even go to a place to defend himself. So now he's just completely heartbroken, and it's just a very difficult time for him. I think the only thing that's really holding this all together is Allie and his love for Allie. So now he's just riding back to his house, on his bike. Nothing, just all innocent stuff. He's not doing anything bad. And here comes Johnny and Cobra Kai's all on their, expensive bikes. And, now I heard him say, people say, he's doing this because he felt threatened. Johnny is not threatened, all right? He just went there to go. He just looked in a dojo. And Johnny is I'm sure he wasn't threatened by Daniel because he walked inside a dojo. I'm sure he's doing this because he just wants him to get off, but there's no reason to do this. Johnny, what he did here is absolutely wrong and absolutely unnecessary. Daniel just going back to his house, and here he comes, knocks him over down a whole hill. So, he could have really hurted him, and he got hurt. And Daniel LaRusso is just, he feels helpless. He can't go to take karate. He can't leave this place. Now he's getting bullied, he's getting pushed, he got hit, and he feels helpless, there's nothing they can do. Some people say, well, why didn't he just give up on Allie? Well, you can't just give up on love. If you love someone, you can't just give that up. So now he just feels in a helpless situation, and you just can't help to feel bad for him. And then we get an emotional scene. He comes back, he's throwing away his bike, he's going for emotional time, he just wants to get home, and you just see him go for this emotional time, and he just feels trapped. And of course, Mr. Miyagi hears him, and Mr. Miyagi starts okay. But yeah, let's just move on to the next scene. Now it's another day at school. He sees Allie. He's hanging out, having a good time. He's in love. Everything's doing good. But then he sees Johnny, and he gets scared. And because I'm sure he's actually scared of these people. These people can actually really hurt him. So he's just scared, and he just feels completely trapped, he can't even love somebody because of this guy. And you should never be put in that situation ever. And one thing I forgot to mention, Johnny also broke Daniel's bike. So, yeah, that's real nice of him. Anyway, he gets back, he sees that Mr. Miyagi fixed his bike. Mr. Miyagi's really nice, he shows him the bonsai. I don't want to focus on stuff too much, because really focusing more on the Daniel and Johnny aspect, but all these scenes are amazing and beautiful. But yeah, so now we start seeing that, and he's also a nice guy. He's not, doing anything wrong here. He's just here with Mr. Miyagi. They're having a good time. It's all good stuff. Now we know that almost weeks or a month has passed by, and he has sort of been avoiding Allie because he feels still in that trapped position where he can't even do it because he is generally afraid of Johnny and all that stuff, and he wants to, but he just feels trapped, and it's a really emotional time for him. But during this time, he's with Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Miyagi is his only friend that he has at the time. Now, Johnny is not attacking Daniel anymore, and the reason why he's not doing that is because he's not making any moves on Allie. He's not doing anything with Allie, that's why he's not attacking him. So I do not think Daniel is going after Daniel just because he wants to make fun of him or not. It's all because of Allie, but that still does not give him a reason to attack this person. Okay, now it's time for the Halloween party. So we all know he's going to the Halloween party, and him and Allie are there. They're having a good time, and this is a really controversial thing as the beach. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this. So they're at the thing, and as her and Allie I suck at talking. Sorry. As Daniel and Allie are with each other, Ali says, I wish he could have a taste of his own medicine. So he's basically saying this, and, I think that was the motivation of what Daniel did, which we'll get to. So Daniel, he gets hit by an egg by, like, a chicken. Don't ask. So now he goes to the bathroom to wash off, and he hears Daniel in there, and, wait, what? Yeah, he hears Daniel there. He hears Johnny in there. I'm sorry. Like I said, I suck at talking. He hears Johnny in the bathroom, the other Cobra Kais, and he wants to get payback. Now, he should leave this alone. I'm saying that he should have done this. But like I said, he's still a hothead, and he has a reason. He's been getting bullied. He's felt trapped from this guy for the last month. And, Ali, the person that he loves, she's just said, like, moments before, I wish he had a taste of his own medicine. So he says, I'm going to do this. Which he shouldn't have, but he still has a great reason why he did. So he sprays water on him, and then he runs away. And, now he's just running away. He's trying to escape, which maybe he should have thought of this before. But, yeah, he should not have done that. But, he was really angry at the time, and he was just trying to give him some payback. Now, Johnny, being the really aggressive person he is, he just keeps running after him. He gets him, and then he beats him. He kicks him. He starts hitting him, and Bobby was really only nice guy in Cobra Kai, and leave him alone. They were really gonna really severely injure this person. What if Mr. Miyagi did not come in and help him? They would have really hurted him. So Johnny, I know he's training Cobra Kai, but he took it way too far, and that should not be reason just for getting a little wet. Come on. But Mr. Miyagi comes out being the awesome person he is. He beats up the Cobra Kais, and he helps Daniel. And as you hear, Daniel says, can you teach me karate so I can get revenge? As you can see, he's not the balanced person he was, in Karate Kid 2 or Karate Kid Part 3. He's still, a hothead, and he's still not fully learned by Mr. Miyagi. So, yes, Daniel's a little bit in the wrong here, but he will learn, and I still think he's in the right. Or at least more in the right than Johnny is. So Mr. Miyagi brings Daniel to the dojo. They go there, and Daniel, he's not really doing anything. Mr. Miyagi and John Kreese really doing all the talking, but they basically make an agreement that we do no fighting until the tournament. Now Daniel's like, oh, come on, now I have to fight this person. I'm just as you can see, he does not want to fight this person. He does not want to do this stuff. But he knows what he has to do to win Ali, so he can finally feel free from Ali, or feel free from Johnny. He doesn't have to be scared of him, and he can just settle this, so he can finally just feel free to even love the person that he loves. So he starts training with Mr. Miyagi, and yeah, like I said, I don't want to focus too much on Mr. Miyagi stuff, but those scenes are absolutely amazing. So now they're at school, and this is another controversial thing. He's at school with Ali, and he knows that he knows that Johnny cannot fight him, so he starts to, kind of just get in their face, be kind of a rude, but, he has a reason. He's been trapped from this person for a month, not even love the person that he loves. So, yes, he was a little cocky this time, and he should not have done that, but this is, a pretty good victory for him, and, he kind of wants to shove it in his face a little bit, but, he shouldn't, but he has his reasons. Now he's going on a date with Ali. He goes to fun and stuff. Everything's perfect. He's just having the time of his life. Like he said, this is the funnest time he had since he's been here. And he can just truly feel free to just love Ali and just have a great time. Now Johnny comes over saying you can come in here. You can bring a little friend if you want to. I'm sure Johnny's plan was just try to steal Ali from him and try to take him back. Just kind of be rude, I guess. But Daniel says no, Ali says no, and Daniel, he just feels like it's all back again, that he feels like he can't escape Johnny, and he just has to end this. So he keeps training with Mr. Miyagi. All those scenes are great. Don't focus on them too much, but then we get to a scene where Ali invites him to dinner, and I guess you can say they're officially dating now. So she invites him to dinner, and yeah. So he gets all nice. He's waiting for it. So now he's waiting for Ali to come out from the country club. She's in the country club, and Johnny's there because they're both pretty rich, you could say. They're at this country club. Johnny dances with Ali, and I guess Ali does it. I'm not exactly sure why Ali did it, but she did. Johnny's still trying to fall back in love with Ali and just try to get all that stuff back, and Ali's just completely not interested. As the time's ticking, Daniel walks in to, see what's Ali doing. He walks through, and all he sees right now, he sees Ali, and he sees Johnny dancing. And what Johnny does, he kisses Ali without her consent, which, by the way, that's just wrong. And the why he does this, just so he can emotionally torture Daniel. I don't know what he was thinking in that moment. All Daniel sees, he sees Ali and Johnny kissing. the person they loves kissing Johnny, and in his mind he thinks that Allie betrayed him. He basically cheated on him, and he was just going through a very emotional time. And then he gets knocked over by Spaghetti. Everyone's laughing at him. It was just a bad situation. And of course, Allie punches Johnny because she has a reason. He just basically kissed her without like even consenting to it and all that stuff. It was just a bad situation. But Daniel did not see that, so now he just feels that like Allie just sort of betrayed him, and now he really has nothing besides Mr. Miyagi. He keeps training with Mr. Miyagi. All that stuff is doing good, and he still feels heartbroken that Allie did it. He finds Allie he's basically going there to like forgive, like trying to saying I forgive you, but it was more the other way around because he had to go there to go forgive to Allie because basically Allie's like I shouldn't have to tell you, like you should trust me more, that you should know that I wouldn't do that. He finds out about that. He feels heartbroken that he didn't think of that. And, they get back together, they kiss, and then, tomorrow's the All Valley. So Allie's back together, and tomorrow's the All Valley, so everything's doing pretty good right now. So now the All Valley comes. He's at his locker. They start taunting him, just being kind of rude, but it was more Dutch that was taunting him, but, they should have left him alone. Daniel's at the All Valley. They're doing pretty good. And nothing to say about the fighting. I guess they're just sort of fighting. And we all know that Johnny, John Kreese tells Johnny to sweep the leg, no mercy, all that stuff. And of course, Johnny does not want to do that, and because he still is a good person, but he does not want to do that, but he still does do it. And now Daniel is hurt. He's all messed up, but of course, Mr. Miyagi does his Miyagi magic. He comes back out, does the crane kick, and I know people say it's a legal kick. Anything above the waist is alright. And by the way, it's just a movie, so get over it. Moving on. Daniel wins, and he gets his love back. And Johnny, he does be a good sport. He does do that, and that was all good. And I feel like that was the right thing to do. So all props to Johnny there. So now I want to say this. Daniel was not the bully. He did not bully Johnny one time. He avoided it. The only time he ever got aggressive was because he got a little angry. But the person that was the aggressor was definitely Johnny. And you can say he had his reasons, but at the end of the day, Johnny was the bully. Now, I'm not saying he was the villain or the bad guy, but he was the bully in the matter. The bad guy of it is John Kreese. And I guess we all can say everyone's a hero in their own story. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at these two individually, Johnny is the real bully. Now, here it becomes, you could say what I just said was an opinion, but actually, I hate to break the news to you guys, but it's kind of a fact. The writer, Mark Heyman, even said that it was written this way. He said he written it. The person who written the Karate Kid, written the characters, brought these characters to life. He said that Johnny was meant to be the bully and Daniel was meant to be the hero. Here's the clip.
Fake conspiracy theory that Daniel was the bully. Daniel was defending himself. Johnny went to knock his block off. He jumped up in the air. The world was made right.
So now, if that's what they are going for and that's what they've written, what you're saying is kind of wrong. I mean, I guess it's just an opinion, but it's basically wrong. Sorry. But anyway, that's just what I have to say about that. Well, that will wrap up that very, very long video. It is a Karate Kid anniversary, and I had to say my opinion, or I guess the fact. Sorry if I offended some people. So, yeah, and that video that was made, I still can't tell if the guy was joking or not, because he was just really angry, and I don't know if the guy was joking, but I don't know, but we'll just have to see. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to have an awesome Karate Kid anniversary. Make sure to rewatch this movie. It's absolutely amazing. We would not be here without be here if Cobra Kai wasn't for the Karate Kid. So I'm watching the movie. I love the movie. So yes, and I'll see you guys next time. Always remember, guys, extreme situations require extreme measures. And Daniel's the best around. All right, peace.
Cobra Kai Karate.